Oh man, it's happening! I was fighting some of the trainers that I skipped on Route 16. No, not Route 16. Route whatever it was, and Ivysaur got a level up and is now evolving into Venusaur. Nice. Alright. See you guys when the episode starts. Hey, what's up everybody? Redline here, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Leaf Green version. In the last episode, we took on Team Rocket's hideout and defeated their boss, Giovanni. Well, at least for now. In this episode, we are back in Lavender Town, and we're here to take on the Pokemon Tower. But before we get to that, let's take a look at my party. The first obvious thing you're going to see is that Venusaur evolved from Ivysaur. You saw that at the start of the episode. That happened when I was training off screen. I think everyone got a level or two from that as well. And the second very obvious thing is that they all have nicknames. Yay, I finally remembered to do it. So I'll just go over them quickly. We have Captain. I gave Fearow the nickname Captain because it evolved from Spearow. I think you can figure that one out on your own if you've ever seen a Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Flareon's nickname is Booster. The nickname Booster comes from its Japanese name. Personally, I find Flareon's Japanese name to be the coolest out of all the evolutions. Really, the only other interesting ones really are Jolteon and Vaporeon, which are Thunder and Rainer respectively, but things like there's Leafeon, which is just like Leafia, and Glaceon is Glacia, and Sylveon is Nymphia. They're not that cool, but Booster is pretty cool. Venusaur now has the nickname Scrub because it's a Deku Scrub, and Zelda's cool. Also, I like the word Scrub. It's one of my favorites. And then Raichu has the nickname Cheddar because mice like cheese, and it's also orange and yellow. So now that my 9th grade level nicknaming skills are out of the way, let's head to Pokemon Tower. And if we head up here, we can now progress through the tower thanks to the Sylph Scope. Just gotta get up there slowly. If I sound a little bit off, that is because not only is it 11:40 at night on a Monday, because I fell behind on my recording schedule, but I also had to record this twice now, and I just ran into this trainer. That is totally not required. Okay, that's an escape rope right there. Yeah, so literally had just finished recording an episode. We have a wild Pokemon here. I'll go over that in a second. Had literally just finished recording an episode, and I hit stop recording on Elgato, and my computer just reset itself, which was fine for Audacity. Audacity just auto-saved the audio file, luckily, but Elgato had closed Elgato Game Capture had closed in the middle of saving the video, so it just corrupted the video, and it was unsalvageable. Anyway, moving on to this, we have our first new Pokemon of the area, which is Ghastly. Ghastly is the only Ghost-type Pokemon available in the game. It just used Curse on me, which is really annoying. I'm going to try and catch it for Pokedex completion. Has great stats for special sweeping, thanks to its high special attack and high speed. And TMs give it a really wide move pool. It learns some awesome stuff like Thunderbolt. Unfortunately, its typing means that it doesn't really have a useless stab move because its attack is really low, and both Ghost and Poison type are physical type moves. It's also really frail, and if you can't trade to evolve it, then I can't really recommend it at all. Let's see. But yeah, it still has a really huge special attack stat, along the same lines of how Flareon has a massive physical attack stat, to the point where really any special move will do a lot of damage coming from it. Also, there's the very rare chance of catching a Haunter, which, while it is hard to find, it does give you the chance of just being one trade away from having a Gengar, which is pretty awesome. Got caught in a wild battle there. I just knocked it out for the sake of finishing my sentence. And there is one more Pokemon here, but the chances of me finding it are pretty low. I say that, but in my first recording, it was the first thing I ran into in here. Not salty at all, whatever. I'll go over that when we get into a required trainer battle. I can sneak this way around you. A lot of these trainers aren't required at all, so you can sneak past them pretty easily. Unfortunately, you can't run in here, which is actually really annoying. Okay, go up to the second floor. And you can sneak past this person, get an elixir, which is amazing, and I figured out what that does now, don't worry. It's... I'm not gonna say it because I actually forgot, but shh, you think I know it. Come on, you are not required either, because I could have snuck around you to get to that item anyway. If you're wondering why all these trainers are so weak, it is because, we have an awakening right there. It's because we could have technically come through this dungeon much earlier, like as soon as we got here, at least in like 90% of it. There would be one thing stopping our progress without the Sylph Scope, but yeah, even though you couldn't catch wild Pokemon here, you could still progress through the area. And I forgot that I have this calcium. I'm going to use it on Cheddar because I think it needs a special attack boost more than Venusaur does. Or Scrub, sorry. And Booster already has the, I believe, the highest special attack on the team right now. I'm going to check to confirm that really quick. Yep, 74, 69. Jeez. 3 Venusaur stats are 69. I'm not going to comment on that. And then Raichu now has 70. So yeah. I think I need the boost. Didn't want to give it to Venusaur because Venusaur is more for tanking. So it doesn't really need the power boost. I can get past you stealthily. And if we step into this, we enter a purified and protected area. Basically, there's Pokemon Center tiles. They fully heal your party as soon as you step on them, and you won't find wild Pokemon while walking on them. Now, can I avoid... I can only avoid one of you, so I'll fight this one. Zombies! Yeah, I've been kind of grazing over the fact that all these trainers' dialogues are fantastic, because they're supposed to be possessed trainers with ghosts popping out of their head, which I thought were just pieces of paper attached to that stick they're holding, but no, they're little spirits entering their brains, controlling them. It's really messed up if you think about it. No threat at all though, because even like Fearo's Pursuit is doing enough damage to knock Ghastly out. Let's see if I come back up this way. Oh man, that was close. Okay, snuck past her. Again, a lot of these trainers are easily avoidable. You just have to be careful with where you walk and things like that. Let's see. This is an X accuracy, not very useful for me. And you are definitely required, which gives me the chance to talk about the final Pokemon in this area, Cubone. Cubone is another bulky ground type to add to the collection of several we've encountered so far in the game. Its defense is really great, but its attack is... it's kind of mediocre, honestly, unless you're lucky enough to find... catch the Cubone holding a Thick Club. Thick Club is a unique item for Cubone specifically, and its evolution Marowak, which will double their attack stat, turning it from just an average 80 to a massive 160. And also, like many ground types, is very slow. Its move pool is pretty decent between its TMs and level up, but it doesn't learn Earthquake naturally, another thing hindering it. Really, it's only usable over other ground types in the game if you can get the Thick Club. Otherwise, it's really hard for me to recommend it. There's just so many better options. I guess it is worth noting that it is, I believe, the only pure ground type that you can catch in the game at this point. So, if you don't like the whole quad weakness thing of most of the rock ground types in the game, then, I guess it's a good substitute. Oh, what am I talking about? Dugtrio exists. No, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. I forgot. It is very different from Dugtrio, but I think other ground types do its job better. Got a rare candy there, which is great. And if you come down here, I'm going to switch to Venusaur really quick, and you'll see why. Be gone, intruders! It's a spooky ghost! Not really. It is a ghost, but it is actually just a Marowak. We are going to use our super effective Razor Leaf on it to take it out. This is technically a boss Pokemon. It, like... Oh, I got a crit. That's awesome. Marowak has the... It has a very strange classification as being a wild Pokemon, but you can't catch it. It'll just swat Pokeballs away if you try to. The ghost was the restless spirit of Cubone's mother. The mother's spirit was calmed. It departed to the afterlife. Yes, that was the Cubone's mother. Everyone was talking about how Team Rocket killed it, and that Cubone was left alone in that house in Lavender Town. Very sad story. This entire place is just really depressing, in case you couldn't catch on to the fact that it is literally a graveyard for Pokemon. You know, Pokemon don't typically die here, or don't typically die in general, so that makes this place really sad. I will use Raichu for these trainers. I think it'll be the best matchup. What do you want? Why are you here? Stop you, obviously. You killed a Marowak. Not even knocked it out or caught it or something. You straight up killed it. That just sucks. Like, as someone who's done Nuzlockes and failed them a fair amount of times, it sucks when your favorite Pokemon die. I can't tell you how many times I would get to... Well, I mean, there was one run of my doing a Nuzlocke in LeafGreen where I made it to the last floor of Victory Road, and my starter Pokemon got some, like, random critical hit that killed it, and at that point in the game, I wasn't able to train up anything to take its place. Like, all my Pokemon were just too weak. Anytime I tried to train them up, they would just die. It was awful. So yeah, I kind of just quit that run after that. It was devastating to me to lose my starter Pokemon. It's part of what makes them so, like, they're literally your first Pokemon, and it sucks when you are doing a Nuzlocke and you can't use them anymore. Especially when it's something as strong as the Kanto starters. Like, other starter Pokemon, you can get by with not having one on your team, but the Kanto starters are amazing. And the Team Rocket trainers actually leave, which is something really interesting. You'd typically, from Pokemon games, you'd see this as more of a place where you fight a couple grunts and they stand there defeated, and then you have a boss rocket guy standing at the top, and once you beat him, everyone just leaves. But instead, you just have these 4 random goons who killed a Marowak and are now messing with this old man. It's an emotional place, to say the least. Hopefully a Thunderbolt can take out this coughing. I don't see why it wouldn't. Yeah, okay, nothing to worry about. And a Drowsy. I'm going to switch into Flareon, which I'm kind of regretting not putting in the time to get Shadow Ball like I wanted to. Right now I just have Bite, and the black glasses will boost it up a little bit. But Shadow Ball would definitely be doing more damage. Poison Gas, that sucks. But, yeah, but I could have spent the time to go get Shadow Ball from the game corner, but I'm already far enough behind schedule as is. I didn't want to put myself even farther behind. Like, it's almost midnight right now, and I still have another episode to record, and I just want to sleep. Also, I was going to record that Ruby review thing tonight because I didn't get to when I wanted to. I think I should still be fine to do that. I'm starting to get to the point where I'm not, like, exhausted tired like I was in that last episode, and yeah, watching that back, I was, like, very disappointed of how, like, low energy I was. But right now I'm starting to get to the point where, like, I'm tired in the, like, loopy way, where stuff starts to not make sense, and I can't really talk and things like that, which also gives me false energy, and I'm just gonna sleep until I have to wake up at 7:30 in the morning for a class. College. Ideally, I would have had these episodes recorded over the weekend, but I was lazy and I slept in, and that's hurting me now. Luckily, by doing this, I am getting back on track, and I should be able to be fine. Should be fine waking up early in the morning to go to a lab that I don't want to go to. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Just gotta get through these rocket trainers, and then hopefully when I end this recording, my computer won't crash and you guys will actually be able to watch this one. I mean, honestly, if my computer were to crash again, LeafGreen would just have to go on a break for another week. I wouldn't have the time this week to try recording it again. And I would want to fix my computer beforehand anyway, so yeah. If you're listening to this now, then that means my computer doesn't suck. If you aren't listening to this, then I will have mentioned it in a later episode or a later recording, because this one will have been corrupted and no one will ever hear it or see it. What happened with the last one was, like, and I said, like, the audio was fine, it's just the video was completely destroyed. Like, there was no way I could have, like, it wasn't even viewable. So, yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen again. If it does, then I just give up. Hey, you came to save me? Thank you, but I came here of my own free will. I came to calm the spirit of Cubone's mother. I think Marowak's spirit has finally left us. I must thank you for your kind concern. Follow me to my home, Pokemon House, at the foot of this tower. So we have a town with Pokemon Tower and Pokemon House. Gen 1 really didn't have creative naming. Adam, your Pokedex quest is one that requires strong dedication. Without deep love for Pokemon, your quest may fail. I'm not sure if this will help you, but I'd like you to have it. We get the Poke Flute, which is awesome. It's a key item that, well, as you can, I'm sure you know, helps you wake up sleeping Pokemon. And what people really don't know is the fact that you can use that flute in battle to actually wake up your sleeping Pokemon. Unfortunately, it will wake up your opponent's Pokemon as well. But if your opponent's Pokemon isn't asleep, then you have nothing to worry about. It's basically just a free awakening, and it's amazing. Like, I'm never going to have to buy awakenings ever again. I don't even know if I had to heal, honestly. But, yep, after I do, though, we're just going to step outside and listen, or I'm going to do my outro because I don't want to listen to the Pokemon Center music. I like Lavender Town's music much more. Anyway, next time on Pokemon let's try that again. Next time on Let's Play Pokemon LeafGreen version. If we can get to the thing I was looking for. Where is it? Where is it? It's up here. Alright. We are going to be taking one of two routes to get to Fuchsia City. See you guys next time.